Hello Gemini, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your June tarot forecast. We're going to take a look at what's coming up for you in your love life, in your career and workspace, and also what is the advice from the universe on how to best utilize the energy of the month. I welcome you in my channel. If you're new or you're coming back, thank you so much for joining in today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, don't forget to click the like button, to subscribe to my channel, to leave a comment. And of course, if you don't feel like this is your story, please check out readings for your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, any of those. If they haven't been posted yet, it means they're coming up very, very soon. All right, I'm gonna start with the usual format. I'm gonna start with an oracle deck, and then we're gonna go into tarot for more details on the energy of the months, and then at the end I'll pull some cards from my Hermit tarot deck with messages from your person to yourself, whoever you have on your mind. Okay, let's get started. Of course, please remember that if you're interested in a personal reading or a coaching session, there's information about that in the description box. And if you have any specific request, something custom you're looking for, do not hesitate to reach out via email address, and we'll sort it all out. If you're interested in coaching, I usually do an entry 20-minute free session where we get to know each other a little, and I find out what you're looking for, and then I can talk you through what I recommend, kind of services, how I can help you reach your objective, whatever it is. Okay, Gemini. So for you, we have clearing the access. I did a lot of shuffling and still got to this card. Actually, who was it? Cancer got this card. It's a good one. I like it. I think a lot of it is connected with the this new energy that Gemini season brought in, and specifically new moon in Gemini that we experienced just a couple of days ago. It's asking us, so although it's past, it's still asking us to kind of keep freeing up space in our reality, you know, mentally and physically, for bringing in something new. And of course, clearing access helps with it. And the message here, so let me read it. You're entering a transitional phase and would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it is in your physical body or your physical space. So this card specifically is taking us towards the physical. It is about our bodies, so if you can think of anything you can do to live a healthier lifestyle, to do something to improve your health, that's, you know, never better time than right now to get started on that. And the same with your physical space. If there's anything that you can clear away, maybe something you can give to charity or just throw away if it's something that, you know, nobody would be interested in, you are clearing space. It's one of the best practices in Feng Shui. You're clearing out space to bring in something new and beautiful, right? That space is always like the clutter that we have is basically energetically that space. It's not serving you, and a lot of times it's actually accumulating some negative energy from the past. So one of the ways to clear it up is to actually get rid of the excess. All right. And that was card number 18. If it was of any significance for you, you will know. Now let's get to tarot. What do we have for Gemini in the month of June? It's still, for the most part, it's going to be Gemini season in June. So first of all, happy birthday, Gemini. And this is definitely the time when you are manifesting your reality, not just for this specific months, but for the entire year. Because for you specifically, this is the beginning of your personal year, zodiac year. So there is a lot of personal power that you have at this time to kind of set yourself for success and dream big, and not just think about what I want to do 2 weeks from now or months from now, but actually think, you know, in a yearly dimensions. How beautiful is that? Okay, we have for your love life, we have Seven of Swords, Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, a lot of swords, but it makes sense. We are in Gemini season and you are Gemini, so we're actually seeing a lot of that thought form dynamic where our mentality is changing, the way we see things, what we believe in, those kind of things are changing. The way we explain things to ourselves. If you are interested more in this kind of stuff and what this Gemini season is about, what new moon in Gemini burden, there's a separate video on my channel about that. Yeah, check it out, because I talk more about what planetary motions are doing. We're still having, as of right now, when I'm recording this at the beginning of June, we have Mercury retrograde in place. So we're still kind of going within for introspection of how we communicate in relationships, how we communicate with ourselves, because that's a very important relationship, right? How we manifest something in the universe, what we think, what we say, right? It's extremely important. Also, we have Saturn in retrograde, which is about learning and about belief systems. So yeah, all of those things actually matter a lot in terms of what kind of energy we're working with here. For your career space, we have Six of Wands, Queen of Swords, Ten of Wands. Okay, and the advice is Five of Swords, Three of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. All right. Yeah, we have 6 cards with swords out of 9. So that's it's 6? No, it's 5. No, it's 6. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Cups. So what I'm getting here immediately is you shouldn't dwell on any regret or anything that didn't work well for you in the recent past. Whether it's your career space, relationship, anything, maybe a hobby that you wanted to start but it didn't really work out. It was a false start, but there was a very important lesson there. And hopefully you've learned it. Of course, now it doesn't mean that it wasn't the right choice. Maybe it wasn't the right time, or you were not in the right energy back then. Or maybe you have gone through those negative experiences exactly to get into the right state of mind. And again, we are going back into the swords, into the air, and that's the element that, you know, Gemini is about, right? Because you had to have the correct mindset first, the correct attitude towards that something to, you know, to succeed there. So just don't get hung up on that idea. Do not blame yourself, don't blame other people. It's one of those times where I need to release it. Not necessarily forget about it, because there might be some useful knowledge there, but let it go, let it flow. You know, do some healing rituals for yourself where you will be able to literally let it go, you know, let it flow away and just move on to bigger and better things. Okay, so for your relationship, like I was saying, we have 3 cards with swords. We have 7 of Swords, we have Knight of Swords, and we have Ace of Swords. Swords is a very quick moving energy, actually. So especially with seeing Knight of Swords here. Knights are the ones taking action, and this is the quickest knight of the deck. So there is a quick action that you'll be inspired to take towards the truth, towards what you're really desiring, towards your passion, right? But honestly, what it is, not just what other people think you should be doing or you should be feeling or the way you should be living your life, not even what your person wants, but this is you understanding finally. And you see the 7 of Swords, it has this, I love this card with the fire, because it makes me warm immediately. 7 of Swords is more about, like, you know, some unhealthy energy, some deceit, something that wasn't right, that wasn't true. But in this card, this fire immediately makes me warm, and I immediately see this hope, this insight, right? Something that shows you the way, right? Something that shows you that maybe you've been lying to yourself or to your person about something, probably out of good intentions, out of keeping the relationship intact or not wanting to start a conflict or something like that. But now you're seeing where the truth is. And as long as you keep the conversation honest and you're approaching it with, this knight is like that knight in shining armor that out of all 4 knights, he's like that King Arthur round table sort of knight, of a noble knight. So as long as you keep it noble and loving, your communication, then everybody's gonna benefit from it, including you, of course. So we're still in Mercury retrograde for a few days in June, so you may want to wait till after that. But if you're feeling strongly, especially if this is like you coming out of the idea that, oh wow, I had it all wrong, or oh wow, that person made me think that that's what I want, but actually it's not. If you're able to come out of that energy and have a kind and loving communication with your person about it, about what you found out and what you want to do next. And this is like that energy where, yes, I want to go, because now I know what I want. Do it immediately. If you feel like there is some emotion or some negative self-talk here still, then take time for yourself to sleep on it, kind of mold it over, give yourself permission to kind of think through it and release it. And then have that conversation with whoever is involved. Most likely your person is involved in this case. Maybe other people as well, right? Maybe, yeah, for a few of you, it's both you and your person. Kind of, both of you understand what's going on, but you think that the society or people around you will not understand what your truth is, what you really want, what you're looking for. So yeah, this is you bringing your person on board that, about the importance of stepping out there with your truth and sharing what it is, right? Living that honest life openly, no matter what this is, something very big or not so big, right? It's important to be authentic as much as we can, even if we tell that kind of little white lie, as people call it. It still means it kind of chips away of our energy, of our ability to express ourselves in the world and be happy. And that ultimately still creates some karma that is gonna, catch up with you at some point. All right. Sorry, it's becoming a long reading, but I guess those are the messages you need to hear, Gemini. For your career space. So it's actually, it has a similar vibe with the Queen of Swords here, because the Queen of Swords is someone who is very honest and straightforward and doesn't want to take any more BS, especially with this card here. It's like, I've had enough. It's that sort of boiling point where I'm like, nope, not taking any more of this stuff. And moreover, I'm even dropping these burdens. I'm tired of, carrying this out for all of you. I'm tired of being the one in the spotlight who needs to take all the responsibility. The Six of Wands is public victory, but it's also another shade of it is when somebody is becoming a scapegoat or has to take the blame for everyone else. Like it's somebody who becomes this focus in public and not always for a good reason. So you may feel like that, whether it's truly like that or not is a separate conversation, but it's important that you do feel like that. You do feel exposed and not necessarily in a good way. It's one of those cases where you put a lot of energy into something, your heart and soul, and then at the end you still have to apologize for something. And you're like, what? Yeah, I had some people who didn't do their job right, who let us down, but why out of all people am I the person who has to apologize and feel bad for the outcome? That sort of idea. So you're putting a stop to that, and that's another important step towards authenticity and happiness, so that you don't have, this was the underlying energy, so you don't have regrets, so you don't think that you've missed another opportunity, right? And then life is too short, right? Because how long are you gonna be waiting for something better to come along, right? This is the time where you are making conscious change for the better, for something more truthful. And then finally, with the advice from the universe to heal your heart, this is in the center point. And you see again, Three of Swords. Yeah, it's all about heartache and suffering. In this deck, I love that it has the sunny and fiery energy at the base, because to me, that's what helps heal the heart. That's what helps bring back the passion, where maybe you've been hurt, you know, your trust in people has been challenged, but you're able to come back from it. You're able to see the illusion of what was going on and come back to your true, honest, kind, and loving self, to become this person, to become someone who is confident, who you know, knows who they are, what they're worth, who can still be, after all of these experiences, can still be nurturing, loving, and empathetic to others. How beautiful is that? Okay, messages from your person to you, Gemini. Okay, we have, you're right. You are my everything, and I'm too afraid to talk to you. Yeah, so especially this new energy that's coming in, that your person will see with you, it may be a little intimidating for them at first. So don't judge them for it. Just realize that probably if you were in a similar position, that it wouldn't be easy for you to see, you know, one day to see your partner and realize that they've changed, and, you know, not knowing what exactly that means for your relationship. But remember that you are everything for them, and there's a lot of desire to kind of deal with any misunderstandings or gaps that you have in communication, and find that compromise and be there for each other. And they feel like you are always right. And in this case, although it feels intimidating, deep down they know that it's the right move, and they're happy for you. Okay, I hope this has been useful, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Bye.